Okay folks, welcome back to the Long Dark. Yes, we are literally exactly where we left off. I'm filming two videos back to back. I have not even touched the mouse since I ended the last video. We are exactly in the same place we were. We are here in the hunting lodge. We are on Broken Railroad. That is the name of the region. I have double checked it. We have a little bit of a map going on here. We've started. There's actually quite a lot that way and quite a lot that way, so there's a fair bit that we can explore around this hunting lodge. But we need to map it so we actually know where we are. But yeah, so we've got we're doing quite well. We've got a wolf pelt, we've got lots of wolf meat. We've got another wolf carcass waiting out there for us to go and harvest. There is a wolf sniffing around though, that's the only slight concern. But yeah, we're doing really well at the moment. So let us go. Now, I did say we were going to cook up all of the wolf meat that we'd harvested. What I think I'm actually going to do is drop it all off in our container here. Actually, no, the conditions dropped pretty quick, actually. We should be okay. We should be okay. And I've also got a rabbit carcass, which I'm going to pop in there as well. And we're going to go out and harvest the other wolf, but we need to eat and... Oh, actually, no. I'd forgotten about the hypothermia in the 10 seconds between the end of one video and starting the next one. I'd forgotten about the hypothermia. So let's actually, yeah, let's cut this wolf meat then.
Carry much more.
Let's bring it all back, and let's have that rabbit carcass back as well. And let's sort out that. I'd completely forgotten about the hypothermia. If I go back outside now, we're not going to be coming back in again. So let us do what we need to do with this rabbit carcass. We're not going to get any meat from it because the wolf ate it before we got there. But we can go ahead and we can harvest the carcass. I've also just noticed my condition level. That's not good. That's not good at all. My condition is not good. Okay, let's drop that. So let's go and drop that rabbit pelt over here.
So dry.
Yeah, don't worry. We're going to deal with all of that in a moment. So let's get rid of the rabbit pelt and that extra piece of gut then. So that can all start curing away, which is obviously what we needed to do. Not a bad haul. Okay, so let's get ourselves sorted out. We need to eat and drink before we do anything else. So let's just bring up our food stash and let's... I'm going to drink the coffee actually. I know it's cold. I don't need that extra heat right now. But I'm gonna drink that. I keep wanting to eat that because I know it's the easy way out. But yeah, come on, let's go for it because that will give us the full calorie content that we need to do what we're about to do. Because what we're going to do is a big cook-off. We're going to cook off all of our meat, and we're also going to make a big batch of water because obviously we always need that. So I'm going to go and grab this fire log. And we've also got a fair bit of reclaimed wood, so I'm going to make good use of that. So let's get ourselves a fire going. So fire striker, start, we've got 22 pieces of reclaimed wood. Start with a stick. Take the charcoal, because we are planning on doing some surveying, so we want to make sure we do that. And let's get this fire going.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
That's what I was going to say. Talk to your fire, coax your fire, and it will light for you, and all will be good with the world. Hopefully. It's taking its time, this one. There we go, all's good, right.
Oh yeah.
Nope, I don't want a map, I want to add fuel. Okay, let's add the fire log. That's going to give us a good couple of hours. And let's... Do you know what? I'm going to give myself a 12-hour fire. What the hell? Let's give ourselves 12 hours. Oh, okay. It won't let me do any more than that. Perfect. Let's get everything cooked then. So let's cook all of our meat. Our hypothermia risk is obviously healed because we're standing next to a great big fire with a massive heat output. So all is good with the world. Our condition's pretty low, but it was worth the hit. We did take quite a big hit by standing out in the freezing cold with no fire, harvesting that wolf carcass in the last video, but it's given us a lot of meat. Obviously we do have to bear in mind the intestinal parasites affliction. We have to spread out this wolf meat, but we can definitely make good use of it. Okay, this is the last piece. Spot on. Okay. Oh, we got a little bit of rabbits. Tiny, tiny, tiny piece. In all honesty, it's hardly worth bothering with, but never mind. Okay, so now we are going to go crazy bonkers with water. So we're going to make 5 litres. We'll do this in 5 litre batches. Oops. Sorry, my glasses caught my microphone there. We're going to do this in 5 litre batches. We need to keep our eyes on our hydration and hunger levels. We should be okay to do another 5 litre melt. So obviously we're going to wind up with a lot of water here.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Oh yeah, we're going to be carrying about 50 odd litres of stuff at this point. 50 odd kilos. Okay, we're going to get slightly dehydrated. That's fine. That's not a problem. Because I'm now going to stop. And I'm going to drink. We have 40 kilos. I've got 12 litres of water. So I'm going to drink. And I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat 2 pieces. I think we worked out that we could have 3 of these without massive negative effect. Okay, well I'm going to go ahead and have the 1. So we're actually in really, really good shape right now. So let's not waste the rest of this fire. Let's do ourselves another 5 litre batch of water. So this is going to give us 50, 60, 17, is it 17 litres roughly of water, which is a lot. We're actually at midnight now, so if we time this well, which I think we have, so we've wound up with
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Yeah, I know, don't worry. We're gonna drop some of it now. I can't drop it in containers because there aren't enough containers for me to drop it in, so I'm gonna have to drop it on the floor. But let's drop about 13 odd litres. Oh, I don't want to do 13 because I'm superstitious, so we'll go for 14 litres of water. So let's drop massive, massive amount of water there, which we'll just leave in a big pile. And we can also stash away the bits of food that we've got left. And I also keep meaning to switch those 2 scarves around as well. So let's stash away our food like that. And let's swap those 2 scarves round. And we'll obviously harvest that one. No, 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 I don't want to repair it, I want to harvest it. There we go. Perfect. So, okay. Let's go back in the container. So I'm pretty sure we don't need to be carrying around all these cloths and bandages and things like that. I just want to lighten the load a bit. Let's drop some sewing kits. Let's even drop that and that. I don't need them. Yeah, they're not in great shape either. Let's get rid of those. Perfection. Okay, right. Spot on. We still have a little bit of fire left, but we don't really need to worry about it. So we can sleep through till daylight now, which will of course give us... Actually, we could do with just drinking a little bit more water. Make sure we're fully hydrated, and then we shall sleep our way through, probably for about 7 hours, I think. Which will bring us through nicely into daylight, and give us a chance to go and get the other wolf carcass. To be honest, at this stage with the wolf carcasses, I'm more interested in the pelts than I am in the meat. Tell you what, the weather doesn't sound brilliant, does it? Okay, let's nose outside, see what it looks like. We know there's another wolf. I think there must have been 3 wolves knocking about around here. I thought there were only 2, but there must have been 3. Oh, this does not sound promising. Temperature, well, it's -7 here. What's it like a bit further out this way? -19, and it's definitely going to be too windy to light a fire. So the question is, do I risk it? And I think you've probably just figured out the answer. I really want that pelt. I'm not bothered about the meat so much, it's the pelt that I'm after. I want to get it curing. So I know we're going to take a bit of a hit, temperature-wise. In fact, it's actually got a little bit better, so we now might be able to harvest the rest of it if we can light a small fire. Just use the striker and a stick. Need to make some more tinder plugs. I've just realised how low on tinder I am. Let's get some more tinder plugs sorted out. Okay, so if we can get this fire lit. As I said in the last video, 2 reasons I light fires by carcasses. One, well actually there's 3 reasons. One, keep myself from freezing, which is what did kind of give us a big condition hit in the last video because we couldn't get the fire to light. 2, ward off predators, because predators won't go near the fires.
Right, I can't feel my feet.
And 3, to thaw out the carcass. Let's chuck some reclaimed wood on here. I'm going to give myself a couple of hours. That should be enough. And that should be chucking out enough heat if I duck down next to it to stop us from freezing. So that should give me the full... It's actually a little bit quicker if I use the hatchet. So I'm going to use the hatchet. In fact, it's warming us up. It's even better. Oh, it's gone a little bit cooler. Okay, it's gone a bit windier now. But we're all good. And I'm not seeing that other wolf knocking about anywhere. Doesn't mean it's not. And obviously you won't have failed to have noticed there is a deer carcass over on the far side of that area as well. And we definitely want that, because that's going to give us a deer pelt. A deer hide, rather. Which is more good resources for making things. Ooh, rifle cartridge. How many times have I walked past that and not seen it? Bonus points if you spotted that, because I certainly didn't. Okay, I should have done some map making while I was down there. Drat. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's just quickly do some map making from the back door. This is probably where I get a wolf attached to my face. While the weather is clear, let's take advantage of that. Presumably we can get on here. That's a good view. Let's do some surveying. There we are. Cool. Okay. That's looking good. So that's the rail yard down there. That's the rail maintenance yard. Don't know what's off that way, or how far we can go that way. We don't really know what's off that way, but it does look like we are kind of almost in the top corner of the map here. It's actually gone quite pleasant out here now. We are kind of, I think, in the top corner of the map. I don't know what else might be around here that we might be able to go and explore. Probably not too much. I think we are up in the far corner, but we can certainly go back down towards the river, back down towards the bridge where the moose was. Do a little digging down there. Okay, so again, we've come back with a pretty good haul. So let's drop off all of the stuff and things that we are carrying. So we've got a couple of gut, and we have another wolf pelt. Oops, which I've inadvertently laid in the middle of my climbing rope. So let's just try and lay everything out nice and neatly, because that's how we like things to be. Oh, I can't lay it on the coat hanger, that's just very annoying. I wouldn't mind, but I can't get rid of the coat hanger. Let's just break down a few more things that we've got lying around here for a bit more firewood. Things it's going to let me break down. They're just in the way. Actually, no, let's keep that table, because that's probably the only useful table there is in the entire building. Of course, we also need to go and make some tinder, which I'm pretty sure shouldn't be a problem. So again, we're doing... oh, there you are, there's a cardboard box. That breaks down into tinder plugs, that's what we want. Again, we are starving, but that's fine. We're going to take a bit of a condition hit, but it's not a problem. It's not a problem at all. Quite happy to take that condition hit because we're in a nice safe location. Again, we've gone dehydrated, so we aren't going to take a condition hit. Again, we're in a nice safe location. As long as that condition hit doesn't go down below about 50% or even 40%, it's absolutely fine. We'll recover it when we sleep. Oh, ominous music be playing.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Yeah, I know. We're carrying a lot of reclaimed wood, that's why. We must have about 50 or 30 odd pieces of reclaimed wood. I'm just trying to tidy up more than anything else. I mean, they're obviously beams for the building. Can't take them down. Unless we want a building falling on our head. Have the other plank as well. Here, there we go. It's starting to look a bit tidier in here now. Okay, so I'm now going to drop a big pile of reclaimed wood over in this corner. 43 pieces of reclaimed wood. So we're going to get off. Let's just drop all of it. Pick up what we need. So we've got a massive, great big pile of reclaimed wood there. We've got some better firewood. We've got some books. We've now got a few more tinder books, which is good. We have a massive stockpile of water, which is pretty good. We also have a big stockpile of food in this container, which is even better. I'm going to eat one more piece of wolf meat. Obviously, we've still got that intestinal parasite risk.
Need some water.
Okay, so we're going to eat that, which will give us some calories, and we're going to eat some salty crackers, which will give us some more calories. And then we're going to drink our fill. Obviously, the condition of this wolf meat here is pretty low, and that will be because the wolf carcass had been out there for quite some time. It's actually a little bit tricky. I never quite know, because I know I've got this intestinal parasite risk. If I cook this meat, I'm actually going to get to use it before it goes off. I'm not sure. So let's pop it in that container, and we'll just kind of wait and see. Okay, so we're actually starting to, as a little kind of makeshift home away from home, which is essentially what this is, it's starting to look pretty good. So what we want to do is explore around this area. Once we think we've looted everything we can from this area, we've got a nice little collection of things to take back down to the rail maintenance yard, which we pretty much already do. We've got 2 wolf pelts, we've got a whole load of gut, a rabbit pelt, we've got another rifle, we've got a lot of water. I think we're probably going to end up making a few trips between here and the rail yard, but we want to get back to the rail yard with everything we've got. And start using the rail yard as a bigger stockpile of stuff for this region. And then we're going to start shipping things from the rail yard back to Trapper's Cabin. That's quite a long walk. If you remember, when we came across, coming from Mystery Lake, we've got to go all the way across Forlorn Muskeg from one side to the other, and then we've got to get from Broken Railroad. And we've got to go a pretty sizable distance across Broken Railroad to get to the rail maintenance. I keep saying mail maintenance yard. The rail maintenance yard. And there is no other real shelter between the entrance to the region and that yard. So we're kind of a little bit. It's a bit of an arduous trek away from here back to Mystery Lake. So we kind of want to try and minimize the number of trips we have to make. Although it's tricky because we've got some good stuff. I don't want to leave things behind. I mean, we've got wolf pelts, we've got... Unless, of course, we gather enough wolf pelts here to actually make something. And we just make it. I mean, that's entirely possible. Let's just have a quick look at the blueprints. What do we need to make a wolf skin anything? We need 4. We're halfway there already. We're halfway to having a wolfskin coat. Deerskin boots, we need 2. Well, we know there's a deer carcass just across the way, so we're halfway there again. We need 1 moose hide to make a moose hide cloak. And another moose hide to make a satchel. So I assume what the satchel does is increases our carrying capacity. That's what I'm guessing that does. Obviously the moose hide cloak is highly waterproof, Gives us good protection from unfriendly wildlife. It's not massively warm, but it is incredibly waterproof. And good wind protection. The wolfskin coat is slightly warmer. The bearskin coat obviously is the best of the bunch. That gives us a +6 degree warmth bonus. We also want to do the deerskin boots as well. And the rabbit skin mitts are pretty good. So the bearskin coat will be another good one, but we need 2 black bear hides to make that, which is going to be really complicated. That's going to be tricky because that means bringing 2 bears down. But then this is going to be harder because we've got the moose that we've got to bring down. Okay, so that's our ultimate goal, I think. Okay, I don't even know why I came down here. I think I just went for a wander. Let's head back up. You may have gathered I'm kind of stalling for time a little bit here, because we are getting close to the end of this video. So I haven't really got time to do a great deal else. The windows are glowing slightly. I don't know if that means the aurora is slightly active. Let's just have a quick nosy outside. I'm kind of getting close to the end of the video, so I haven't really got time to do much else. Oh no, I think it's just that it's sunset. It's coming up sunset, isn't it? Yeah. So, it's looking pretty cool up here. I think what we need to do next is go and harvest that deer carcass, bring that back over here. Have a quick nosy around the rest of this little area just to see if there's anywhere else for us to go and explore. And then maybe if there isn't, we'll think about starting to... I think there's a cairn over there. Start thinking about dragging some of this stuff down to the rail yard, which we know is going to be a bit of an arduous trek. It's a little bit... It's not a massive distance, but we know that between there and here there is a moose. And we've got to be a little bit careful of that after what happened last time. So yes, I think it's going to be quite interesting as we move forward with this. But we are actually doing pretty well. As you can tell, I am stalling. There isn't enough time for me to go off and do anything else, but I'm a little bit short on the video. So what we're going to do, let's have a quick look at our stats. We are day 28 in the long dark playthrough. So we are a third nearly of the way through our 100-day goal. The goal is still to get to 100 days because I've never done it. 69, I think, is my all-time record, although the stats got reset when the game was updated for Wintermute. All the stats got reset, so I don't have it stored. But 69 days is my current record, which isn't very much, really, when you see some people out there have got 200 or 300. So we're aiming for 100 days, and obviously we'll keep going. We'll keep going as long as we can. So we're on day 28, so 27 full days survived in the sandbox mode. Been to 41 different locations, which is 23% of the world. So we're nearly a quarter of the way through the entire game world. So we're actually doing pretty well. Quarter of the way through the game world and a quarter of the way through the playthrough. So that's actually pretty good. Distance traveled 65 kilometers. We really have been walking around, haven't we? We spent 14 days in Mystery Lake. We haven't been to Pleasant Valley Coastal Highway or Desolation Point yet. We haven't been to Timberwolf Mountain. We crossed Forlorn Muskeg, but we didn't spend a full day there. And we've now spent 3 days in Broken Railroad, 8 in Mountain Town. So we've actually spent more time in Mystery Lake than we did Mountain Town. We have the target to get everything to the Grey Mother's house. That's the ultimate long-term goal. Get everything to the Grey Mother's house. At the moment, it's kind of... The halfway house of Trapper's Cabin is almost where we're storing everything. That's kind of our base of operations at the minute. But we're still going to go for that long-term goal. Let's get everything to the Grey Mother's house. Anything interesting? Wildlife rifle hits 5. We haven't found the dress pistol. We haven't even found it yet. We've had 57 close encounters with wolves. We've had 8 struggles. We've won 8 of them. We've brought 9 wolves down, because obviously I shot one. We have not encountered any of the bears yet. We haven't had a go with it. Interesting, the moose attack, because we dodged it, it didn't get counted as an attack. We managed to run away from it. I suspect I only outran it because there was a cliff there, and we jumped down the cliff. I think it's probably the only reason we managed to outrun the moose. I don't think we'd have done that had we been on level ground. We've brought 2 deer down. We've brought 2 rabbits down. haven't caught any fish yet. There's nothing really that much interesting in here. There's some interesting stats for people who are into their details, into their numbers, which I am actually. I kind of like that, but that's where we stand. So we've been doing really, really well in this playthrough, and I am going to say thank you so much for joining me as the sun sets on another day in the long dark. Thank you so much for joining me as always. We are going to be back. I'm going to be, it's only going to be 2 videos this week, so keep an eye out for downtime. This video should be the Wednesday video. Keep an eye out for downtime at the end of the week. We have a special downtime planned. I haven't done downtime for a few, well, it might be months actually, to be honest, because things have been so busy, but we do have plans for a special downtime video on Friday, so stay tuned for that and see where we have been and what we have been up to as we stay away from the long dark for a week or so, and you'll see why on Friday. So thank you very much for joining me. Stay tuned for Friday's video, and then of course we're back into the long dark next week. Well, actually it might be the week after. Again, you'll find out why in Friday's video. But anyway, thank you for joining me as always. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and I shall see you again very, very soon.